like, that's
that
a
shit.
bad idea. Not doing
Yeah.
that. No
Yeah.
thanks.
No.
Erica, move to California, and then like on your way to California, come and stop and see me.
Why don't you just come with me? Road trip.
Yeah,
We'll
I can do
all
that.
3 snuggle in a bed together in California.
Oh my
Dad,
god!
can we get
Tight.
bunk beds?
We'll get
I can build a
tri-beds.
bunk bed. Maybe, probably. I can do it.
Hi, world.
Hi.
Hello world. That was good. I was actually glad that Daisy did a little scream there because I could adjust the compressors a little bit, make sure it's not clipping in anybody's ear. Likewise, my own.
Not bad.
Yeah. How do we sound out there, Tidor? You're too old. Ask somebody else.
What? Shots fired. Damn.
He's
He woke up and chose
it's,
violence.
there's an irony to that joke, as some other joke that we've heard over the last couple years about the age difference between certain people, and when you actually look at the age difference, it's not so much. Me calling him old is sort of a joke to that effect. Like, I know he's only got like 2 years on me, so it's not a huge thing. Spotlight Dice just resubscribed for 9 months. I can call it out. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Spotlight Dice. Welcome to Heartland, everybody. This is a setting outside of what we normally see in a cult game. No urban sprawl, no dark alleyways, no overpopulation. What we are highlighting instead is the isolation, segregation, and forgotten places within our world. Heartland is a game about grief, judgment, loneliness, and living in a poverty-stricken, run-down, forgotten town. Religion, addiction, regret, cruelty, revenge, and the brutality that exists in us all will be the focus of these stories. And that was written when we got started. While this part of the story about these 6 people who live within the heartland of the long, strange trip ends with next week's episode, the story of Heartland lives on. And Heartland 4, Children of the Lost One, is coming along nicely. I suspect it will probably be keeping us warm next winter, much like this one is doing now. While we are so concerned with this group, however, there are still the many things that are happening in Heartland at this moment. An event has occurred. Make sure I'm hearing things properly. Is that music out there as loud to you as it is to me? I have new monitors, so I want to make sure everything's balanced nicely. The event occurred. You all know about the Quick Mart explosion, right? So you caught a glimpse of the stranger walking into town to the Quick Mart just before it exploded. Now, was that the same man who happened to be in the back of the deputy's car? No. There are too many things happening in Heartland at this moment to go through them all. But a war has been ongoing since the Demiurge disappeared and Malkuth took to tearing the illusion apart out of anger, distress, perhaps in a search for the Demiurge. Who knows? It's all speculation. But a power vacuum is a power vacuum, and as the Archon's shadows became death angels, bent on infecting every corner of Elysium, the many slaves of our divine past lives, began searching for holes and cracks in the illusion so they could wreak havoc on Elysium. And have vengeance on their former masters. Doors and windows are locked beyond her control, and Daisy pounds on the front door. The sound smashes through the house as if some lost goddess was pounding on its portals. Roy is hearing the voices of his own self question his reality, and the pain from this echo now tears through your head. Just as that fear was slowly beginning to recede. What are you going to do, Roy? There's a whole lot of stuff that's kind of happened. I'm not exactly sure. I think you were still lost in your own moment, having just come in as all of this action occurred. At least when I went back and reviewed the tapes. So I'm curious as to your state of mind right now and what kind of action you are planning to take.
Well, I had been looking around downstairs. Well, on the main level, not
That's right.
downstairs in the basement. But if there's a big horrifying crashing sound, then I'm gonna probably go find Brian or whomstever I can.
Right. Brian, where were you at? I had you back there with Eleanor, just as I believe the girls got pulled through.
On the
young ladies got pulled
stairway,
through.
right? I believe I'd just been knocked out.
You got knocked out again. How did I miss
I believe
that in my review?
whatever the creature was or whatever the spirit was, like threw me up against the wall, and you said I'd like slumped down.
Oh, in your interaction with yes, the one who was trying to get you to lure Daisy into the house, right? So you had gotten hit.
Yeah.
That's the same thing when Eleanor had been stabbed. She's crawling away. I know that in a bloody mess. Let me fix Brian's box here. He had my little video problem. I had some shifting that happened. Thank you for the biddies. Oh, and the cool those little corgi faces. I haven't seen those emotes. I like those. Those are cute. I don't have my chat popped up, so I didn't see who that was. I'll have to do that. Okay. Just trying to get a bit of a picture. Now, the girls, the young ladies, Elliot and Sabella, they were in the process of being tortured. And Daisy had just had a vision and then come out of her vision because she rolled a 16. Screw your storyline, Curtis, or something to that effect. Happened. Narrative. Fuck your narrative. I don't know. Something to that effect. And went to pounding on the house. And so everybody who's in the house, I see another little bit of yellow on Brian. It is a cacophonous sound, to use that word again. Now I've overused it. It makes you grab your ears. And if your character is sensitive to that sort of thing, it would drop them to their knees. Are any of you that sensitive to sound? Okay. I didn't figure so. I was about to start doling out the keep it togethers. Roy, you find Brian passed out in the stairs. At the top of the stairs, you see Eleanor crawling from the hallway up there. She appears to be hurt. I'll let her tell you if that's the case. Yeah, what do you do, Roy? The scene is yours.
So I'll just kind of step over Brian's unconscious body and just mutter to myself, and this guy just passes out way too often. That's fucking weird. And I'll go up the stairs and check on Eleanor.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm not fine since I'm crawling. Blood is on the ground. I see you, Roy, and just immediately start crawling faster towards you. Not saying anything, just focusing on getting out of danger.
Ellie, what the fuck happened?
I don't really know. Someone was asking me where Daisy was, and I didn't want to tell them, and it stabbed me.
Wait, who? There's somebody else in the house?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, here, let me get you your feet. And I'll help her down the stairs and into a chair or something. Now, let me take a look at that. I don't know that there's anything I can do, but I mean, I'm sure Daisy's got bandages or something around here.
Yeah,
Safe to assume that if you go to like a bathroom, there's a first aid box.
in every
Thank you, Daisy.
bathroom.
The main bathroom. There's a bathroom on the main floor and a bathroom on the upstairs.
Nice.
Daisy,
Yeah,
how
Roy, I'd let you
long?
check it out.
How long do you think you would be banging on the front door before you decide to do something different?
Oh, not very long at all. I have very little patience. I would bang on the door for about 30 seconds, wait for an answer, bang again, and then if not, I'm going to look for the house to find another way in. I know this house. I know the ways in. I have a hide key somewhere in a very realistic-looking rock. If my key doesn't work, maybe I think that key could. I try that one. I'll go to the side door on the left side of the house. I go to the back door.
We'll say that at this moment, Roy starts looking for the first aid. Eleanor is trying to gather herself. Brian, nobody woke you up. And Daisy pounds a few times. You guys have these moments, but you've got a bleeding Eleanor and a passed out Brian, so they seem to be of higher triage than whoever the live thing is that's banging on the front door. So then Daisy is going to start to make her way around to the side door. And when you start to walk over there, Daisy, the surroundings around you start to shimmer, for a lack of a better word. The first thing that comes to mind are those tears that you've seen earlier. But suddenly it seems like as if you are in maybe a projection of your own reality or something, as a wave flows through it that almost gives you a sense of nausea. And now I do want you to give me a keep it together as you start to feel your world change.
I am neurotic at the moment, so I'll have a -1. What is it? 17.
Nice.
Yeah, I make my way to the side door
Hang
and
on.
okay.
Is there something else that happened?
Curtis is like, my narrative.
Yeah. You don't get there. You can get to the side door, but your attention as you gather yourself, because this wave continues to get stronger and stronger the closer you get to that side door. You'll notice, I believe now over on your journal on the right hand side at the very top, it'll say the real threat. it's your world. Daisy's yard, the trees, the fields out in the distance, her house, all seem to sort of take on some sort of transparent effect to themselves. And you notice that there is now some other reality in blended with it. And there's a floor. You can't see any walls or any ceiling. It's just darkness, but it has sort of a room feel to it. You feel enclosed. However, it's very big. The floor is covered with people, naked people. You can't really tell the genders of most. They're all on their knees, hunched over with their heads to the floor and their arms like this covered. So all you see are backs and butts. A little bit of their feet stick out from underneath their butts. Just all the way across, just so close together that the pathway between you and this person that you see on your screen. I'll go ahead for an effect, show players if that works. That show players thing has not been working very well. But it is a woman in a gold gown for our audience, at least from the waist down, an ornate belt. She has some sort of shawl that hangs from her elbows across her back, but her top is pretty bare, save this gold sort of, I don't know what they call them because I'm not Catholic. Brian, help me out. Those things that priests wear that go around their necks and down their fronts. Do you know what those are called?
Vestiges.
Vestiges. That cover her nipples. Jewels hang from her neck, and you notice that it appears as though her throat has been cut and there's blood that drips slowly down. Her eyes are white, and she has a very large, ornate, golden headdress. And she stands in the darkness at the end on top of a pile of about 3 or 4 of those people stacked up on each other. And there are a few others who skirt around the outside, always constantly pushing and prodding on these people. As she takes just a little half step, they all shift with her and they keep them in form. And then there are a few others that wail as if they enjoy it. What do you do?
Do I see my house anymore? Do I see my land? Is this all I see?
It's there, but it's sort of blended in, like somebody turned the translucency filter on it. It's like a ghost.
Stand my ground, other than a couple of steps backwards, because I'm just suddenly bewildered by how quickly things changed around me. And I look at her and I put my hand on the gun in the holster at my side. And I'm going to wait for her to speak first or act first. But there's clear mistrust in how I'm looking at her. And kind of glancing at the crouching people around, but mostly looking at her because she has this commanding presence over them. I'm not worried about everyone else. She's different.
One of the people that's in her pile, her stand, if you will, sort of gives out, and with a cry, sort of falls out from the pile. And immediately they shift to try to compensate, and one of the bodies, the people, they're alive, rushes from the floor to take its place. The one who fell out falls to the side, but then sort of tries to crawl and keep up with it, crying, like begging for a chance to get back into the pile as she takes another step closer.
She takes another step closer, and I take another step back and tighten my fingers on the gun, but I haven't drawn it. Have I seen her before? Do I recognize her?
Nope.
Okay. What is this? What do you want?
She has an echoing voice. Voice mod no work at the moment, so I'm not going to mess around with that. You are a strong one, aren't you?
What do you want?
How strong do you think you are? Is your ego real, or would you cower and piss yourself at the sight of what I might be?
I kind of grit my teeth a little bit because I feel that cold feeling, that scared, lonely feeling I felt back in the caves. And I want to take another step back, but I don't. You all will always want something. What is it this time? I'm not. I don't know what you mean by ego. I'm not trying to challenge something. I'm just trying to survive. What do you want?
What is survival, Daisy? What are you hanging on to? Have you not discovered
I don't know.
yet? You have achieved your goal. You are alive. You have survived. You continue surviving until you don't. My question is, how hard will you fight to keep surviving?
I kind of have to think about this for a moment, and I look away from her and to the people, kind of, moving my jaw around a little bit, juggling around thoughts. You come here to fuck with me? Is that what this is? You're gonna try to play some mind tricks? I don't. I've spent my life surviving, and it's human nature, to try to survive, to try to figure out the truth. But are you here to kill me? Is that what it is?
No.
Are you? Then why? Why this? Is this just one big fucking game to you? Do you have fun?
I need you to realize that truth is a little more than you think it is. And when she says that, the darkness behind her thins a little bit, and the trees, the tree line, you can sort of see the drive that would have come around that would break off into the road, where earlier you had seen that large shape patrolling on the outside. And standing just outside of that perimeter, you see that very large hound. And hovering just above the hound, you see an angel, kind of dressed in some semblance of gold, similar to this woman, who happens to be like about 9 feet tall, by the way, with the throat issue.
Is it like your average, biblical sort of angel with the wings and the gown and the?
Oh, I mean, what else can I say that it would? What other kind of angel would it be? She's gold. She's sort of young looking. From the distance, from what you can see, it's sort of a haze, but yeah, I guess.
So I look past her and I see this angel, and I have a complicated relationship with religion, with your normal aspect of
Don't we all?
Christianity, Midwestern, Baptist sort of. It just causes me to just sort of scoff and shake my head. Like that right there is almost more difficult to believe. Seeing an angel, seeing this creature of God that I grew up reading about and I lost so much faith in Desert Storm, that is almost more difficult to look at than this godlike creature with all of these naked people bowing to her. So I barely give the angel a glance, and I just disbelieving.
The
What? All right. Listen, can we just get to the point here? All right, I'm not much one for debating or talking or whatever you're trying to do here. Do you want my house? Is that what it is? Is there some ancient curse on this shit? Because you can have it.
it's always so much fun when I know absolutely nothing.
All right, then enlighten me.
Those two don't think you're strong enough. You are needed for something much bigger, much further down your road. However, I happen to think that you're strong enough, and the threat that is on the inside of your house is a competitor of mine. So, in order for certain things to happen in this illusion that has been woven by many different principles, I will need you to go inside and deal with him in whatever fashion that turns out to be. It may not be as simple as going in, popping a cap in his ass. Is that how you say it here?
One of the terms.
Yes. It could be a fight that takes years, just to put perspective on.
Who are
Now-
you talking about?
I'm talking about that fool whom you interrupted in the desert.
In
You
my
want-
house?
Oh, yes, you see, your house has immense powers and doorways. In every room of it leads to different places. It is quite spectacular. But I can't go in. He has somehow managed to infect it. So do I send in the cavalry? Two completely different things. Or can you handle this? Your friends are in there after all. I mean, if they're still alive.
I want to exactly call most of them my friends, but they're acquaintances. Yes. Who are we talking about? You're gonna need to spell it out a little more simpler than me. It's just me who lives in that house.
I know that you just saw the priest in your vision. Memory, I think you call them. Right?
And you're-
Interrupted him in the desert. He'd been working so hard on that.
I moved here, and I fortified this place to wait for him, and you're saying he's already there.
Well, I mean, some events began to happen locally. You were exposed. He's found you, right? That's where we're at.
Well, fucking obviously, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Who are you? What? Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. And I hold up my hands and I take a few steps forward, and my brain is just broken. Daisy isn't built to really think much. She's built to act. Who are you? What the fuck is going on here? You if you're gonna try to get me to do your bidding, you want me a little more explanation. Is that the fucker that's been coming after me? That priest shit? I saw other things in my dreams. I saw other things in that alley. That fucking alley where you took
Where? Who?
where you how many people, things, creatures, what are you? What is this? Is
She reaches, and it's as almost as if she's right there, and you reflexively draw for whatever you're going to go for in your defensive moment, but it doesn't work, and she touches your forehead, and you have a flash of images and sensations, Daisy, that take you through feeling yourself being skinned from head to toe while she's in your face and looking at you, is telling you things like, you're beginning to enjoy this now, aren't you? This pain, this self sacrifice. It feels so wonderful. I know it. It gives you power. It really does. I have many, many who sacrifice themselves to do things for me. This can be it for you if you like. Wonderful. And she takes her finger off of your forehead, and you're right back where you were. There is something around you that you don't, I guess, want to see, but you need to start seeing it. And your first step is to either give up, and I'll take you away and protect you until, or you can go inside, give up a good fight. What do you think?
I'm assuming that hurt quite a bit, and as tough as I am, I probably scream because the sensation of being skinned alive isn't exactly a pleasant one.
When you come, you during that
But-
moment, during that flash, you scream. It's like a Hellraiser trip, right? You have this moment where it's for in that moment that we see as viewers is, let's say, a day for you, and during that day, you do scream. We don't hear you scream, and when you come back, the screaming is over, and the pain is just a memory of, you know, how bad it feels to be skinned alive, but you are not in the pain any longer.
I sort of hunch over and put a hand on my stomach where the wound is still there, the wound that feels so distant but is still so fresh. And I spit on the ground. I ain't a fucking quitter.
Wonderful.
You gonna let me in the house?
She reaches down and touches where your hand is at the wound, and it feels better. And we're going to cut.
Do I heal it all?
You do. Yeah,
Okay.
it goes away. You heal 100%. In fact,
Cool.
your stability comes back too.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Brian, I'm getting to the Elliot and Sibylla, but since you're still knocked out, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and set up a bit of a situation with you before I reel them back into the house. While Roy is still doing all of this. Now, these things happen. Time is not important during these scenes, so let's keep that in mind. When you go out into the black, you are in your comfort home. I'll say. I don't know exactly if you moved houses when you were young. I think you've set up that you lived in Providence pretty much your whole life. So I would imagine you stayed in one house and it probably is your comfort home. But just in case you're in your life, Brian had some other vision in his head of a better place, that would be where you are. But your mother is there and you are in the kitchen. And what did your mom cook that was your favorite thing?
She made the best chicken and dumplings.
I love those. You just can't get good chicken and dumplings. She's making those. The room's filled with the smells. What do you do?
I definitely go over with a bowl, getting ready for a really good dinner.
That's perfect. Let me see something. I want you to roll something. I don't know what it is yet. I want you to roll +0. And this is in relation to your obsession disadvantage. And I had honestly thought about going a completely different path with this, and it never seemed to work out. We threw a whole lot of women in your path, Brian. And the story never seemed to come through quite the way I wanted it to. What did you roll? Ooh.
Oh, a 6. Terrible. Terrible.
But for the greater story of the long and strange trip, it works out perfectly for me.
That's what it's all about.
Because Brian, you have two disadvantages: depression and obsession. And we're not going to play this all out tonight. I'll let you start your group therapy session now, apparently, with Stone Cipher. The obsession is your mom, who is not alive. And the trauma of that is too much for you. And you, being a psychologist and very attuned to things, start to eventually love spending time with your mother. And you begin to figure out that, you know, this may not be reality, but it might be some shade of reality or a dimension, perhaps. Maybe something that you can make real or take back, or who knows what goes through your analytical mind and the academics of it. Needless to say, you will, how do they say, rationalize yourself into living within madness for a century. Your century will end, of course, when Roy or whoever is at the house wakes you, or whatever happens there wakes you. But we're going to take that little chunk, much like Dr. K had in Inferno, and we'll just set it to the side. But it starts, I'm putting this on the record because we have yet, I've sent out the trolls to find the exact moment when Dr. K went to Inferno in the past. But this is the moment when Dr. Brian Brown goes into madness, which is another realm in the cult world. And it all started with some chicken and dumplings and mom. For the young ladies who were contemplating how much pain they would allow each other to take for each other, in order to get Daisy in the house. Have you had any extra thoughts on that?
That's a lot to think about.
You've had 2 weeks, Sabella.
You know,
Of,
you're not
of,
wrong.
of 2 weeks of constant titty twisters and butt pinches from these
Ugh, wow,
yellow
That's-
card arms and hands.
it's too long. I don't know. What do you think, Gil? I kind of think we're fucked. Yeah.
What is it? Let me now explain to me. What do you mean by you think you're fucked? Why do you think you're fucked?
We can't really maneuver, move.
Okay, so you know you can't get out physically and run to
Right.
someplace, right?
Give us the
Right.
deal again. There's a deal, right? We
The
gotta.
deal is we hand over Daisy.
Yeah, he's basically saying, "Give me
Right.
Daisy, and I'll make the pain stop, or
Right.
the pain will never stop."
Right.
Well, I can't do that, so I'm fucked.
And I suppose if you say that you're not going to do it and the pain will never stop, I don't know if he would like get bored of that and just kill you, or if what exactly in that regard. But that's a question mark that looms, I suppose. But those are pretty much your choices until you start to hear the voice of a child. And it's almost as if it's whispering in your ear, and it happens amongst the pain. You're still being tortured and you're screaming. We'll just assume that this is happening. It has been going on for some time as you're trying to decide how much pain you'll take. The voice says, "I know somebody who can get you out of here." If you help me, I can get you out of here.
It's both of us.
Ooh, that hurt, didn't it? Yeah, you're both kind of hearing this simultaneously. It's actually in between you, like your heads were close together, but it's whispering in your ears, this child's voice.
Sabella, do you hear that? Do you hear it?
Of course she hears it, silly. Good Lord.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
You better hurry up, because they're going to start twisting pretty hard here pretty soon.
No. Who are you?
Oh,
Where are we? What is this?
I'm just a helper.
A helper?
Yeah,
Who?
for you.
What's your motive? Why help us?
Does that hurt?
Yes.
Do you
fucking
want it to
hurts.
stop?
Fuck.
God damn it! Yeah.
Then why are we asking all these questions? I could make it stop. What difference
Because
does it
it's-
make?
What do you want? What do you want?
I want you to come help me. You guys you're strong. Like you're still taking this and like talking to me. Look at you. You're like, look at him. He's like tearing your arm. Look, and the skin is starting to peel apart. And you're still just
yeah.
asking questions and stuff.
We're asking questions because we don't want to get more fucked
Yes,
than we
I
already
know.
are.
But think about it. Think about the pain you're taking. And you're still talking to me about it. That means something, right? Do you think that just a normal person could take that?
I would like to make a move of a kind.
What kind of move do you want to make?
So I got six cents, and I rolled what was it? A 19 at the beginning of this here session. So I would like to know if this person, this child, senses or wishes good or ill towards me.
And me too.
And also Sabella.
What would you consider ill will? You know that it wants your help. That's true. And you know that it doesn't mean you any harm at this moment.
Right. So the ill will would be if, you gotta like maim somebody on the other side of this deal. Or each other. That'd be, yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem so at the moment. However, choices in the future open new doors. So I would say that as long as everything stays on the up and up, as it seems the best choice that you've had other than giving up Daisy. Because that's pretty much your only other choice, save pain and death.
Okay.
So it's like A, B, or now you have a C.
Great. Oh, great. Okay. So L, because we're like touching fingy tips, right? Like we got fingy tips.
Yeah.
So I managed to like wiggle my fingers to get your attention.
Yes.
Sibs, I think we gotta do it. I know. Gut feeling. Just
It's God. It just really. It hurts. It hurts, dude.
I'm pretty
I
sure I'm
can't-
missing a nipple. We got to get out of here.
Oh my God, my favorite nipple.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
I'm joking. I'm laughing through the pain. I can't give up Daisy. I can't. I can't do this forever. We gotta
take the kid and run.
Yeah. Okay. All right, creepy fucking child. We choose to go with you.
Yep.
Sweet. Gotta grab up a few more people. I'll be right back.
Wait, what? No,
What the fuck? Get back here.
don't fucking leave us. He's gone.
Fuck her.
Roy, you got the first aid supplies that you needed. Go ahead and give me an act under pressure roll just for the first aid portion of getting Eleanor fixed up. Kablooey, an 18 success. So Eleanor, you are the bleeding has been stopped. The wound has been, we'll say, there's some of those little butterfly things in there, a couple of those, some sort of field dress that works. You are under no immediate life-threatening situation any longer. Brian is still passed out on the stairs. The scene is yours.
I suppose I should go slap Mr. Brown over there, see if I can get him to wake up.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Brian, when you wake up, I want you to make me keep it together roll. However, you are starting with full stats from this moment before you make that roll. So all of your stability has returned from your time spent in madness.
Let me switch that up then.
And
So keep it together, right?
yes, but I want you to start with a fresh, brand new keep it together roll because somebody has just torn you out of that.
All right, here we go.
All right, I just looked up and saw Zoom chat and have no frame of reference.
12.
Okay, so now you're going to be -1 stability. And I need you to, for the audience and everybody playing at home, to describe one of those. Yeah, you get a choice there about angry, sad, scared, guilt-ridden, obsessed. I'm not going to let you choose because that's your thing. That was the whole reason you were there. If you want to play out distracted, I would let you do that. However, the others would notice it. And the haunted by the experience of latter time is a given. So you get to pretty much choose between the first four.
The first thing that comes through my mind is the acknowledgement that Ruby, my mother, is dead. The understanding, the acceptance, and just the pure wall of grief that hits him first. That's the first thing on his mind.
Then I'll let you be sad. I will remind you, however, that your obsession, which will come into play at some time in the future, is actually the fact that now that you are aware of some other existence and the possibilities that you've discovered in your century in madness, gives you sort of this Dr. Frankenstein-like obsession that you can bring her back. That's your obsession.
I like the Frankenstein reference.
I thought you might. All right. So you wake up Dr. Brian Brown. He comes back. He's immediately sad. You guys will be able to see it on his face after a few moments. I'll let you build it into the role play, but I'm going to let you have this scene for a few minutes before we go back to Daisy, and let y'all get straight with yourselves.
What's happening? What happened? I was out.
I got stabbed.
But yeah, she got stabbed. Apparently,
She got stabbed. You helped her, right? You're okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Thank you. Where's Daisy?
She was outside.
Outside,
Last I
yeah.
saw her.
Still?
Yeah, the door slammed shut behind me when I came back in. She was still out there.
I thought you were going to protect her. Why are you in here?
We were both coming in here, and then, like I said, the door shut behind me.
Okay. I was just curious. That's weird. It just randomly shut? It wasn't this person that knocked me out and stabbed?
Well, I have a feeling that
Eleanor.
they are, in fact, linked.
Well, did you kill him?
But why? No.
I didn't see nobody.
That person is gone. I don't think that was a real person either. I don't really know what it was, to be honest.
Well, real to me and was real enough to stab you.
But is it human? I don't know.
Probably not.
Wait,
And
so is that why you passed out again, Brown?
Sorry?
I said,
Yeah,
is that why you passed out again?
Yeah, I felt a force throw me up against the wall and like choke me out. I don't remember a lot.
No, here I thought you fainted.
Huh. Cute.
At the time.
Anyway. Yeah, I tried to open the door. It's like it's locked or something. But I tried undoing all those locks and it still won't open.
Like at all? Like it's nailed shut?
Seems that way. Where are the girls?
I don't know.
They ran out the back. I couldn't stop them.
What?
I was back there blocking the door. Sabella went to Elliot and said she was going to talk to her, and then out of nowhere, Sabella flung the door open, and they both flew out. I don't really know what happened after that. The door slammed shut.
Daisy, have you decided what you're going to do?
Okay, so this godlike lady person wants me to kill something in my house.
The priest from
Just
your vision.
this is meta, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Who she says is in your house. Yes. You haven't confirmed that. You just saw them in that memory. Your repressed memory from the last episode.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try to go into my house, and if anyone asks, I'm not doing it because she told me to. I'm doing it because there's an intruder in my fucking house. So if she doesn't want to speak with me anymore, I will turn to the side door and try again to enter.
I'm curious about your thoughts on the two figures you saw in the distance.
The dog I've kind of come to see as a strange ally. Not enough that I want to approach it and try to become friendly with it, but it has helped me. The angel I just find laughable. That's an illusion. That's a trick. Angels aren't real. God isn't real. Our world is hell. Why is that? I think nothing of the angel. But that's my thoughts on that.
You can turn around to go inside the side door. Your house is in full 100% solid form. Like the habit that it is, you swing open the little screen door that's there, open up the door, walk inside without any issue at all.
I'll, of course, lock it behind me, and I'll walk in carefully. I do want to kind of look for Sabella, though, before I try to find this priest, I guess, that's in my house. How did he get in my house? Why is he in my house? Get out of my house. But yeah, I'll step in and go to the living room first, where everybody was last I saw them.
We're going to flash back to Elliot and Sabella real quick as they are continuing to be tortured, wondering where that voice went, which comes back and says, all right, there's been just a little bit of a problem. You guys got to go back and take care of this thing, but I'll be right there, ready. So, yeah, you got to go. Well, you'll know what to do. Don't worry about that. And your reality shifts as you both wake up, hand in hand. Wake up. You change. Your situation changes, but you're lying on the floor of Daisy's living room. Roy is there. Elliot, Brian, and Daisy has just come crashing through the back door.
Do we have clothes on?
No.
Fuck.
I don't think we do.
God damn it. Are we like cut up and scuffed up? And
At this rate, everybody's just going to be wearing Daisy's farm clothes.
You appear damaged, but you are not injured. You can reset your stats.
reset. It's funny. That's cute. Reset.
I'm pretty sure my stats are solid, but let me check.
Oh, look, there's a theme to the night. Everyone's showing up in their birthday suit.
Hey!
Oi.
You don't want to see Daisy in her birthday suit.
I, for one, will not be disrobing.
A lot of wrinkles and tattoos.
I don't think any of us have had the choice.
Yeah,
I
we
think
kinda
there's
just
always
got
a
our
choice.
shit torn off.
Oh, I still have a nip, right? I got both nips. Like, that's what I'm checking right now. I'm looking down to make sure both nips are there.
Where did you both go? You ran out the back door.
What?
Thought you were gonna make a run for it.
Sibs,
We
are
were-
you?
I
It was,
there was so many hands, so many arms and hands, and it was otherworldly for sure. It was, and then he told us we had to come back, and I thought Elle lost a nipple, but it looks like she didn't.
oh Jesus Christ! And Elle like goes to grab a throw pillow and like cover herself, and then tosses one to Sabella.
Yeah.
Hey,
So many
you guys
questions, so
need
little
to
time.
take care of that problem. The voice whispers in Elliot and Sabella's ear.
What problem?
What's the problem here? Because the problem right now is that I'm naked.
That's when thunder crashes. Thunder crashes.
That was good.
That was
And-
beautiful enough.
That was a good one, though, wasn't it?
Mhm.
It's gets dark outside, and a voice in the house that everyone can hear says, "Thank you so much for bringing her in. Who was it that finally did it for me?"
What the fuck are
And-
you talking
Oh,
about?
fuck.
Can
Oh,
I hear
fuck.
this
Oh,
too?
fuck.
Am I
Oh,
in
fuck.
here at this point?
Yes, everybody hears it. Daisy, you
Me
hear
by
it.
my own goddamn self. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. Yes, I love it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to stop you whenever I started to say that. Yeah, you're all in the living room. That's our cliffhanger as we go to break, and when we come back, it will be what do you do? So we will be right back.
At least both of mine. Eye, or is it like
All right.
center
I think-
framed, or is it
I think
you know
we're
like
back.
where's the nip at?
I think it's
I
all
like gotta
working.
know.
Harry Styles has 3 nipples.
Are we
I
back?
have
Yes.
2.
Are we live?
How about you?
Look up Harry's.
He's
I
got a
think there's
third
2.
nipple.
I'm not
What?
super
He's
sure.
got like a third nipple right under his left nipple.
Are you looking this up right now? Are you looking at the article?
What?
Wait, does he have 4 nipples?
What?
He has 4 nipples. Yeah, Harry Styles
Nobody
has 4
has
nipples.
4
He's
nipples.
not a
That's how he's
freaking
so
dog like,
powerful.
who just
The more
gave to a
nipples
litter.
you have,
like,
the more
That is just an
successful you can
No,
be.
that's excessive.
that's too many nipples.
4's too many.
That's twice
I
as many
swear to
nipples
fucking God,
as
just
is
Google
necessary.
Harry Styles
He
nipples
can
and you'll
breastfeed
see
4
it
babies.
all.
Technically, on men aren't nipples like useless
I mean,
anyway.
he can
So
he
Yeah,
can
because
breastfeed no
everyone's a
babies.
girl when
Actually,
they are fetuses, and then they turn
So
into
if Harry
boys.
Styles
right,
was a
but
lady, he could
technically
lactate
those
to
nips is
quadruple
useless.
it.
Oh, we're getting an orchestra cutoff. Damn.
Look, it
Too much
worked.
nipples.
Yeah,
We can
I was
really
just
go.
gonna try that, see if it worked. It was beautiful.
I didn't even notice. I was looking at nipples on Google.
I was googling nipples.
My search history is just fucking nipples all over the place.
Harry
I'm gonna be on
Styles
Facebook
nipples.
Harry Styles nipple.
scrolling through,
All right.
and I'm just gonna get ads for nipples.
Word to the
Oh,
wise: when you are looking at things like nipples on Google, you have to go to your, your incognito window for
No, I
those
look
sorts
up
of searches.
nipples on Maine.
Because
No
there's
shit.
ads for nipples.
Yeah, or you will be haunted forever. And it doesn't just stop with nipples.
I'm okay with being haunted by nipples.
By the nips.
It's fine.
There's so many a variety.
You've unleashed the beast.
Nipples are such an intriguing shape, as long
I'm
as
a
it's not.
fan, just in general.
penises.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am too. Just look for
I
them.
would take
in the
nipples
proper
any
places.
day, every
So-
day.
However, you are back at the house now, all of you. Daisy's house. There is this presence, a few presents. I'm changing the subject. There are a couple different presences in the house. The question is, what do you do?
I walk in, I hear that voice talking shit. I'm pissed. I lock the door and head into the living room.
Do you have like blankets on your couch or anything, Daisy? Are you a blanket
Probably.
lady?
No, I'm not a very comforting person, but there's probably like a very scratchy blanket that's got like the tassels on it, that hangs over the side of the couch.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
grabbing that and I'm gonna
I'm
wrap
coming
it
over.
around- I'm
Nope.
wrapping it around Sabella.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm coming over anyway, and I'm wrapping it around the both of us.
Oh,
Daisy,
cute.
they're naked and they look like they've been beat with little small baseball bats all about their head, neck, shoulders, waist, torso, legs, feet.
Hurts.
Head, shoulders, knees,
Okay.
toes.
We don't have time to unpack this. I walk in and I take in the scene and I look at Elliot and Sabella with skepticism. But it's Sabella and she's bruised and I feel concerned, and for once you guys actually see genuine concern cross Daisy's face as I step over to them and put a hand on the side of Sabella's head and sort of run my thumb over her forehead. What are you? What happened while I was gone?
I wish I could tell you. They wanted us to give you up, and I didn't think we did. I didn't think we did, right?
I don't know. There's a child running around somewhere and is saying things, and I don't understand. And I still think this is hell, and I still think I'm dead.
I raise a
so-
hand as if to just silence Elliot. Just like, no.
No.
All right, well, you two, get up. Shit. You're lucky there's a lot of clothes here from people's past. You two get upstairs, rifle through my chest, take whatever you need, all right? Get dressed. It's cold.
I don't know if that's. What are we gonna do with the big spooky voice that everyone heard? Right? Everyone heard that.
I'm gonna deal with it.
Can we see? Is Daisy bleed? Like, does she have remnants of blood on her shirt?
I did take a terrible stomach wound and a stab to the thigh, but those are healed now. But they definitely stained my clothes.
I'm just staring at the big giant blood stains with big old eyes.
What happened to you? Where did you go?
I could say the same to you, but I feel like we don't have enough time to really delve into it.
Daisy,
Okay.
you're bleeding.
No, I'm fine.
There's giant blood stains on you.
I look over at Elliot very pointedly and I take my shirt and I lift it to show my stomach. And you see the tattoos and you see the scars, but it looks fine.
So we all heard the voice, right? Like that's still a worry for most people.
Yeah.
Someone
I
here,
think
I
it's
feel
weird
like-
that we're not addressing that.
Like we need.
I told you
we
I'm
need to
fucking
figure that
dealing
out.
with it.
How are you
Okay,
dealing with it?
how? Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go find it.
No,
And I say that like it's so obvious, even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
wrong.
Well,
Dumb.
if you'd like any help, I'm right here.
I feel like this is just a really bad idea in general, and I feel like we all should just accept the fact that we're all dead, or at least I'm dead.
We're not dead. You're not dead. Shut the fuck up. I love you. It's okay. Stop.
Oh, we need to learn the difference between life and death. Perhaps this will break my little flower. Elliot, I want you to
Oh.
roll
What am I rolling?
endure injury
Oh.
-3.
Why?
Should I roll something? I feel like I should roll something.
What do you feel like you should roll?
I don't know. Depends on what she rolls.
Then prepare to keep it together.
I got an 11.
Oh, is that -3, or then we need to take away 3?
Wait, no, that was I put in the minus. I put in the -3.
Okay.
Better than a 9.
Yeah. So when this happens, Elliot, you take the appropriate stab in the gut. And when you reach for it and scream out in pain, as this is what everybody else sees, as she reaches for her gut, you see it slice all the way across her abdomen and open it up so that her guts are exposed.
Well, that happened.
Okay, do we all see this?
Yes.
I'm screaming.
Sabella, this is when you roll to keep it together.
I did.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
A 10. Go ahead and take a stability loss.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you choose a disposition because I'm going to use this moment as a tool for something else.
Okay.
I'm going to twist the rules just a smidge. You two are pulled into the night that the house was burned down. And in front of you, you see this child who is sort of, you can't really tell that there's a gender to it. It has, it's cute, right? But pale, maybe sort of an albino feature, but its hair is thin, but blonde, no coloration to it at all. It's wearing pajamas, you think, white pants and it's like a t-shirt perhaps, but they're almost the same white as their skin, sort of an off-white, almost dingy in a sort of way that gives them sort of this disturbing look. Other than that and the paleness, their features would be relatively cute. And it speaks in that child's voice that whispered in your ear. And it tells you, I'm really sorry. I had to pull you out of there. Elliot, your stomach is fine.
Ooh. What?
But you have to know the truth. And this child takes you through the house, and the things that you see are so much that you don't really get any questions out. But you can see Elliot with eyes white and not one or two or even three, but maybe a dozen swirling demons, creatures, things about her goes into the house and has a conversation with something at the doorway of your parents, who are lying in bed, frozen stiff as boards, arms at their sides, eyes white, not sleeping pleasantly. And you will witness Elliot's true cause to why she's broken as you watch these things give her the reasons to start the fire that burns down your house. And then she gets in her car and speeds away. You had to know. It's the only way this will work. And you're back at Daisy's house.
Oh, I'm instantly away and just cowered in a corner. I did roll keep it together. I did terribly.
Okay, is her stomach fine now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. What are you talking about?
What was that?
I can't even talk. I'm just in a corner, shaking my head and pulling at my hair.
I can't believe what I just fucking saw.
I didn't spell. I didn't do that. I didn't know. I did. And you can tell I'm having a panic attack, and there are tears rolling down my face.
Sabella,
What
this
is
is a good opportunity for you to make a move, such as read a person and roll your intuition. And then you get to ask 2 of those questions there and get some solid answers up front.
Okay. You just hold on a second. Well,
That wasn't useful.
You still get to ask a question.
great.
And, like the most important question that you would like to know about what you just saw. And I'll give you an answer. However, that does give me a move.
Okay.
So of all the questions you want to ask Elliot, which one do you need the truth about?
Are you lying to me?
She's not lying. She didn't know she did that.
I'm a good egg. I'm a bad egg, but I'm a good egg.
So this has been interesting, but what the hell are you all talking about?
My parents' house burned down, and she caused it.
No, I didn't. I did. I don't
Sabella,
know.
Sabella, how does that make you feel?
Shut the fuck up, Brian. God damn it.
Can we
Boy,
get back to the
I will
voice
knock
we
you
all
the
heard?
fuck out.
Sabella just drops the blanket and goes and walks away.
Or I'm just sobbing in the corner, curled up in a ball, pulling at my hair.
Roy, what did you
I'm gonna
say?
go after Sabella.
Okay. Roy, you said something. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying to Brian that I would smack him upside his head.
Brian, what are your thoughts right now?
He thinks there are a little bit bigger issues right now than the thought of maybe Elliot having something to do with her parents' death, which clearly didn't happen. Because she would have been far too young. She wouldn't have been herself. Or the way that Sabella sees in these dreams. So Brian is rather frustrated that the attention is being shifted to something that's not as important as a force in the house stabbing and throwing people around like they're rag dolls.
So, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'd like us to figure that out.
Daisy,
Meta, so would I.
You said you were going after Elliot and Sabella? Did you guys?
No, I
did
was
you?
going after Sabella. Sabella.
Yeah, I'm just curled up in a corner. I'm not planted anywhere. I'm just crying and.
Yeah, I
wallowing.
walked off. I'm
The
pissed.
nearest place to walk away to is the kitchen, and then the laundry room beyond that has the mudroom with the back door. So Sabella would probably be walking into the kitchen, and I'd be going after her.
Okay. Eleanor, roll me +0, please. Just a 2d10 +0. Which I think is you can roll your willpower as a 0.
Yeah.
You're keeping together.
6. Yep.
That voice whispers to you. You are going to lose that child inside of you. I can fix that for you if you will help me with Daisy. Can you do that?
Joke's on you. I don't want this baby.
Just like that. Snap.
Damn, Eleanor!
Mic drop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
I mean, like that's the whole thing. Like, she didn't want to be part of that ritual. She don't give a fuck about that kid.
All right. I like that.
That's our show. Thank you, everybody.
I like that. Okay. Well, all right. That ends that moment. I'll have to think about that for a
It's
second.
like that part of the narrative.
I anticipated that that's where we would get to. I just anticipated a little more hemming and hawing before we got there.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I
your
love
narrative.
it. I love Illinois. Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. You can almost hear it, the aggravation in the silence as there is no response to that response. And we will shift the cameras real quickly to where Sabella and Daisy come upon each other at. Did we end up at the back door again? Perhaps a
to the
dramatic
kitchen.
pause before
Yeah,
you
the
realize.
kitchen. The
Before
kitchen.
you, the kitchen. Okay. I was like, are you about to go out the arm door again?
No.
I'm never going through that door again. Okay. You're both in the
Dead to
kitchen.
me.
The floor is yours.
Sabella's just pacing.
I follow her into the kitchen and I reach out and grab her arm to stop her. What are you saying?
We saw it. There's this kid, the kid that helped us out of the hand room or whatever. He brought us somewhere back in time, showed me that Elle was there, fucking deranged, like demons or some shit coming out of her body, and burned my fucking house down, killing my parents. Daisy, I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. I trusted her. I don't think it was her, but like, what the fuck? Why was she there?
Sabella, that's a serious accusation right there. Your parents died tonight. Your parents. I watched them grow up. Are you sure? Think back on it. Are you how old was she?
It was clear as fucking day.
She did it. You should probably kill her.
Do I hear that too, or just
Everybody in the house hears it.
Great. Love that.
I raise another hand, another dismissive hand, like I did to Elliot earlier, to the air. Shut the fuck up. And then I look back at Sabella. Listen, okay, use your brain, all right? You got a big brain in that head of yours, I know you do. Think of all the books you've read, everything supernatural, everything suggesting that our life isn't what it seems. Really, really think about that, Sabella. and think about Elliot. And okay, we're not going to approach the relationship you two have. That's something I still got to fathom and something I still got to think about later when shit isn't so fucking crazy. But I don't think she's the type to burn your house down. And if she was, she might not have been in the right mind. But if you are sure about this, then any enemy of yours is an enemy of mine. But you really have to think about this, Sabella. Was it really her, or was it something pretending to be her? Think. And I still have her arm, and I shake her, and my grip is almost hard enough to cause a bruise.
Maybe it was somebody controlling her, like she's doing to you, poor Sabella. Perhaps you should kill her.
You know what? I don't think anybody's gonna be killing anybody except for me. Fuck. And I let go of your arm, and I kind of bring my hands to my own head and look like I'm having some sort of mental battle. And I walk away, and then I start pacing. All right, Sabella, you really need to think about Elliot. Think about what you know about her.
I don't think it was her, but she was there, and there were.
Okay, concentrate on her face and the memory you got. Concentrate on her face. Was she making the same expressions? Was she walking the same? There's these differences, these nuances. They try to get you. They try to get into your mind, Sabella. They try to think that someone did something when someone didn't really do something. They.
It was like she was a puppet.
All right.
She wasn't.
And it wasn't her.
She wasn't there. She wasn't there. It wasn't her, but she. Why doesn't she know about this? What is she keeping from me? What is this?
Why did you walk out my back door, get tortured by something, and then come back naked? All right, none of this shit makes sense.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's we're all fucking puppets. It's all just some other things.
Exactly. Why did I go to a war? Why did I go and roar and get stuck in a cave for... I know I said roar, but I meant war. Why did I get stuck in a fucking cave? For years. A mission that should have taken weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2. Why was I there for years? Why did any of this happen, Sabella? None of it makes sense, but we can't be fighting each other right now. We are all in this house. We are all whole.
You're right.
Whatever got going on with Elliot, I don't
know what I got going.
I don't even care. Whatever you like, it's fine. I'm sorry I poured water on you guys. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't it was a weird time.
It's fine. I
love you. And it's kind of sudden, and she stops in her pacing and looks over, very serious. I want what's best for you.
I know. I love you too, Daisy. You know that. I don't want anything to happen to you. We chose the option that didn't involve giving you away, because I could never live with myself if I did that to you. I can't lose you or Elle. Y'all are everything I have left.
You got your bookstore, you got your cat.
That sounds like a real lonely spinster-ass life.
Well, isn't that what all the kids want nowadays? Books and cats?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Look, we'll get through this. All right, There's something in this house, Sabella. There's something in this house, and the only person I can trust here is you. All right. This is selfish of me to ask, but I need you to have a steady head, and I need you to be with me, and I need you to get dressed because you're naked, and I don't like the looks of that Dr. Brian fella. I think he's kind of a womanizer. So I think we need to get you dressed, and we need to regroup, and we need to fight this.
Who do you dislike the most, Daisy?
Is this the voice or is this
Yes,
Curtis?
it's the voice.
Okay.
They're both similar, but I try to put a little spin on one.
I don't know. I don't really like Fox News much. What do you want from me?
Roy, roll endure injury.
You would be right in that guess, though. Roy is definitely the one that Daisy likes the least.
I was associating it with Fox News.
Well, suck it. I rolled a 20.
Oh, damn.
He's immune to Daisy's hate.
Roy, it is your. Maybe I don't know what it is. You'll tell us. You'll tell us when it's
Somehow
over.
I developed sixth sense, even though it's not one of my advantages.
But you are grabbed and lifted from whatever position you are in, sitting, standing, kneeling, crouching, and slammed into the ceiling loud enough so that Daisy can hear it. And then you hit the floor with a thud. And yeah, I'll say you're roll a 20. A little shocked and surprised, perhaps, but what do you do?
Brian just stares up at this discombobulating voice and is like, listen, Jigsaw, we're tired of playing your game. Quit trying to turn us against each other. Why don't you just tell us what the hell you want other than Daisy?
Oh, no, that's all I want. Will you kill her for me?
No. No one here is going to kill Daisy, and you need to get that through your head if you have one. Doesn't sound like it.
Make me an endure injury roll, Brian. We won't subtract any harm. I just want to throw you around for a minute.
Death, yes. 5.
That's beautiful for the narrative as you chastise and curse the voice. You two get not thrown against the ceiling. It tosses you across the room with a thud. I had already told you I wasn't going to do any damage, but we will give you still the choices. I mean, you could take a death if you wanted to. But I'll let you choose.
Why switch it up? Let's have him pass out again. Have him
Stay
knocked out. Why change the
consistent.
narrative?
Yeah.
Let's just keep it on par with what Brian is.
There he goes, fainting again.
I get thrown halfway across the room. You call that a feint? Eat me, Roy. Eat me.
Daisy, what are you going to do? That's the voice.
Again, with the voice saying, do we all hear it? Everything.
Yes.
I kind of whirl around and pull my pistol out of my holster and hold it in the air and look up as if I'm speaking to God and kind of turn in the circle. If you want me dead, then come kill me yourself. Just talking to the sky.
Who The only person that would not agree with that statement would be Sabella. So, Sabella, I'm going to give you the opportunity to react to her statement before I decide how I'm going to kill Daisy.
Oh shit.
What? Wow. Can you repeat what you said? Like
said-
the whole
Oh,
the whole paragraph, or what part are you talking about?
You hear, well, yeah, you heard the voice say what it said, and then you're in the same room with Daisy, so you hear
Yes.
her response. So you, being a believer, know that that might not be the smartest thing to say to something who has just apparently, from the sound of it, tossed a couple people about the front room, and she's just basically said, "Come on and take me," and I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's not okay. Okay.
Some maybe as a martyr, but yeah. So if you could say, "Oh, how noble," and let her go, but it's Sabella, so I'm gonna just say that you hear it, so you get the opportunity to
Okay.
respond.
Daisy, what the fuck? You are no good. Dead. You can't just say shit like that.
no, I'm fucking tired of this. I'm in my 60s.
No.
Motherfucker.
You have
For who
so
knows
much
how
more
many
life to live.
First in the
You
cave,
are being
and
a
then beyond the cave,
coward.
and the
You've
alley,
always
and
run. You've run away from it all your fucking life, and now you're just saying, okay, take the easy way
I'm
out and kill
done
me.
running.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
You know
You
why
are
I came to
easy
Providence? It's because
Hamilton.
I'm done running. All right, I want to
No,
survive, yeah, but what's the point of surviving if you're not living?
we're gonna fight this. You're gonna live. You're fine.
That's why I'm telling it to come find me so I can kill it or die trying. Sabella,
I can't let it kill you.
I haven't seen my daughter in over a decade. I have you, but I haven't seen her in who knows how long, and she's got kids of her own, grandkids of mine that I can't see because I've got this motherfucker chasing me across the goddamn country, across the world. Anywhere I fucking go, it is there, and I cannot see my own grandchildren.
There has to be
I
another
will
way.
fight this or I will die trying. I'm tired of it. And now it's. Do you hear what happened in the living room just now? Now it's throwing around our folks, and it's only a matter of time before it gets you. It found Elliot. It went through Elliot and killed his parents, friends of mine, your grandmother, my best friend in the whole world. I loved her more than I've.
I don't care. I don't care if it's just out to get you and it's making my life miserable. I cannot lose you to it. There has to be another way.
This is
Who
where
said I'm gonna be lost? I told you I will fight.
sorry, Eleanor, you have an advantage that you are not aware of until this moment. Bound, where you are bound to an entity whose powers you can draw upon. While Sabella and Daisy are having their moment, you have a similar sort of situation where the reality shifts around you, and you are sitting next to, oh, well, I don't know how I would describe her. She's not an angel yet. This would be like her street clothes. But I will just, as a complete surprise, she has no idea I'm going to do this. throw a little whammy on tonight's episode and call upon Blythe.
I'm sorry,
Who-
what?
Blythe, who
Uh-huh.
in her typical day-to-day casual street dress, I forget how you described it. This would be your least provocative outfit, I suppose. Your
There you
most
go.
public friendly, neutral, whatever that it would be. And you are sitting next to Eleanor Hauser, who has just started her awakening, or her becoming aware, not awakening. And all I'm going to tell you is, you know, you need her for something later on down the road. This is her moment to help this other important person achieve a goal, and you need to let her know that she can use you for some special sort of power. You need her if she needs your help
Okay.
for something. So your job is to inform her of that and convince her of it, that it's real and that she needs to go do something before Daisy gets her and Sabella killed. So it's yours.
I just stare at her for a second. Hey.
Hi.
So you're the one, huh?
What does that mean? Who are you?
Well, I'm Blythe.
Nice to meet you, Blythe. What am I doing here?
I think you need my help.
Can you show me who's been tormenting me and my friends, my acquaintances?
No.
Can
No, I can't do that. But I can help. You just have to ask for it.
do I have to call your name? Like, is there a fancy way?
No. You'll know. You'll know how to do it. Just know that I'm here for you. We
Thank
can
you.
do this. We can do this. Everything's on our shoulders. But we can do it.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
trust me?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. And Blythe does the fucking wing thing where she just went whoosh
Yes.
and fucking
I
takes off.
I knew you would, and I had planned on doing that, but at the last moment, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to let her play this out. So
You know I love that.
that
You
was
know that's my shit.
that was perfect. All right, I'm not going to make you roll anything, Eleanor, but I will ask you: do you believe in what she said?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll let you guys. You can work out the flavor text for that off camera, should that come up, say in season 4, or in the next episode, even. But you know that something is about to happen, and while this is going to make you kind of reach into your head a little bit, you need to decide, I suppose, in how you want some help in resolving this situation, either to you know, I'm trying to think of some possible options for you. Removal of the bad guy, or I'm not sure what Eleanor's exact understanding of her situation is, but of course you obviously sense something is happening, and in fact, just to heighten the tension a little bit, we'll say that the house is actually starting to show some trembling. You can feel some sense, there's a reason that everybody should have a bit of a sense of urgency about themselves. um, I'm going to say that everyone's presence of each other is pretty much known. While you're not in the same room, the sensibility is that you are. Meaning, as you've heard this voice throughout the house, it's like you're all in this thing, and the walls of Daisy's house seem to become less relevant. And Daisy has just had her moment with Sibylla. You are still in that end of that moment. Eleanor has just had her thing with Blythe. Elliot, what are you doing right now? I'm sorry, I've kind of lost track of you.
Oh, I was crying in the corner.
Right. Crying in the corner, broken. Yes, Elliot is beyond repair. There's, she'll have to be comforted. Brian and Roy have just been sort of tossed about. So I'm just going to sort of open up the floor as all of you start to realize that things are, well, you are, technically are in Kansas, but the phrase "you're not in Kansas anymore" comes to mind. Your reality's changed, and as we sort of head towards the close of tonight's session, I want to give you guys the floor to deal with each other. But ultimately, it's going to start with how Eleanor decides she wants to try to help or get everybody's attention, or I don't know. How do you see it happening?
Oh man, I don't know.
Or perhaps maybe you don't know. Perhaps Blythe knows. I don't know. Test me, Blythe. What would you like to do to help Eleanor out? And let's just see if you've got the power to do it or not. It could be kind of fun.
And
you
What
definitely
do we
want to
do?
protect everybody.
Be imaginative.
All right. So like I'm basically a goddess or whatever.
No big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
Humble brag.
Yeah. So I think like I can do a lot of stuff. What I have in mind is I obviously know who this voice is. So I want to like put up a shield, like a barrier between the house and the voice. And in my brain, I'm like giant. I'm like an entity, right? And so I just want to shroud the house with my wings.
That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It is both visual, as some bright light comes through the windows. The trembling of the house eases but doesn't go away. You can hear a muffled scream of the voice from outside somewhere, as in anger and frustration, as Daisy once again thwarts her stalker. Eleanor, you see the same child that I described to the other two earlier appear in front of you as the walls of Daisy's house seem to start to crumble and disappear. All of you see each other, and a hole in the ground opens up. And the child says, "We have to go this way. Quickly, everybody, Eleanor, make them see that we have to go this way." What do you do?
Can I use my power to pull them to me? like towards the hole or towards wherever, where the child is leading us.
Yeah, Blythe senses what you want, and suddenly everybody's like, oh, kaboom, right there. She's gathered you all up in one spot in front of the hole. You don't know what the fuck's going on. What does everybody do? Eleanor, what do you tell them?
We gotta go. We have to go through here now.
The child is also there. She's right. We have to go. Quickly, this way. Underground.
I also imagine that Eleanor has like a glowy, like red aura around her. If she's channeling me.
Yes. So if anybody has any like they don't want to believe or they're skeptical, you can make a move
That would be
and
me.
roll.
I would be like, what the fuck?
I don't want to go with this child. This child has sabotaged my entire mental stability.
Right, but it's Eleanor
It's in
that
my house, I gotta kill it.
If I'm conscious, I'll read a person. But
Yeah, I forgot Brian's knocked out.
Can I just throw
Okay,
Brian's body
here's-
in the hole? Just like,
here's what I want. Here's in order to do this in one big fail swoop. Why don't you roll influence another +4
Damn.
and see if I can just make it happen the way I want to.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
zero? How did
Just
zero?
I don't know.
There's
Sometimes
That
so many
doesn't make
pluses in
sense.
there. 9.
Try again.
what did it say that you
Roll
rolled?
again.
It's possible.
That's
Hold on.
possible.
Okay, 17.
You're influential as fuck.
The first one was a 9 + 4. Anyways, if you hover over the 0, it shows you what the roll is. But there was it donked the math a little bit, which trips out the algorithm. I don't know what the formula. I'm not smart that way sometimes, but I do know if you hover over it, it tells you what it's supposed to be, or at least breaks the roll down. The 9 and the 4 is what you rolled. Minus the 1, I suppose you have a -1 on your charisma. But it's either way. I'll let you have the 17, which is that everybody does what she asks. I will let you have a word if you are like upset, but you feel Eleanor's power through this thing that has just occurred. Is basically compelling you, and you find yourself doing that thing like when you're reaching for that Lay's potato chip and you know that you just told yourself 5 chips ago that you weren't going to have any more chips, but you reach and grab another one and stick it in your mouth. It's that sort of hold on you,
We know it well, yes.
and you're
That was
heading.
too good of an analogy.
Really hit
Real,
home.
Curtis.
That really got all of us. I feel like that could resonate through everyone.
So yeah, you're all headed towards the door, but I'll let you guys have a moment to role play before we end it.
I'm at the back of the group because I don't really want to go, and I'm also like not. I'm like looking at Isabella, but I'm not looking at Isabella, and I'm definitely dragging my feet.
I'm pissed. I'm mad.
Daisy just screaming in the corner.
Ryan's like holding his head, like stumbling, just unconsciously going in the direction she tells him to. Just
You
like,
for sure have like a class
This
like
is-
17,000 concussion at this
Yeah, I'm
point.
definitely gonna push Brian to the front. No, I'm not kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to
How's-
do that to him.
What's Roy doing? How you feeling, Roy? What do you do?
But like everybody else was like, no way, and so in my head I was like, maybe Roy will just like do like a running leap, just yeet himself into the.
What else do I have to lose?
That brings me to this question: is doing this, is going down in this thing, and this opening of a new reality, is that the sort of shift in scenery that is satisfaction to Roy. I mean, it's like option C. You know, we were discussing option C's earlier. Roy had pretty much doled life out to either A, stuck in Providence forever, B, gets out of Providence. But now there's C, this new thing.
Yeah,
The
So-
thing.
Yeah.
Did-
it ain't Providence.
Okay.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Awesome.
Do we hear an audible yeet as he goes?
So Roy's not opposed at all. Daisy, you seem the most opposed to it all. You ready? You want to fight and die? Or?
I'm just pissed that all this is happening. Like, first off, it's just one thing after another. I'm told I have to kill this thing inside of my house, and I'm told I have to go this place. I don't like being told what to do. I'm just mad. But I mean, I'll do it. I understand at this point that the world is fucked up and it's not real. And
you still have your stalker,
yeah.
so maybe you'll get a chance to fight him again.
I will do what is told of me, but I am very suspicious and I'm looking all around and I'm ready to fight someone.
And who knows how long Blythe can hold him off and for how far. You never know. Anybody else have any last words about their situation? Anything they want to say to each other?
I'm avoiding Sabella, so normally yes, but in this situation, how about not? Unless
right.
she has something to say to someone else.
Not to you, fool.
Yeah, didn't think so. So I'm just gonna sulk in the corner and be like the last one in. It's fine.
Well, as you all go into the tunnel, we'll go ahead and get it wrapped up. I know Roy's got to get on patrol early in the morning. So it will close behind you, and this child sort of takes on a bit of a luminescence, sort of a glow to her paleness, and lights up this tunnel that descends down into the earth, and you will pass by some what looks to be remnants of old mines, like shafts or tunnels that may have adjoined strips, or perhaps they actually had shaft mines in this area that you were unaware of. Or maybe it's some other long ago buried passageway beneath Daisy's house. But you travel down and it closes behind you, and you're on your way to something different, which we'll find out about next week. What's so funny? I look up and you're all giggling about something.
Don't look in the Zoom chat. That's all I have to say.
Great. Plenty of reading to do after the show. That's why I love these guys. Thank you, audience, so much for hanging out. We had a great crowd tonight. I really appreciate it. The support is noticed and appreciated. Thank you to these wonderful players, Jaylee and Krista, Austin, Erica, Olivia, and Chris. My family, my brothers and sisters, thank you so much for coming and playing this game with me. We've only got one more left of this season of Heartland, but as you can tell, it's not going to end with just that one. We'll come back to it again. I appreciate for all the follows and subs and bits and everything that came down in Discord or in Twitch tonight. Go to Discord and remind me what you did in Twitch, so that I didn't shout out everything. Yeah, there was another one there. Another follower. Awesome. Thanks. We can appreciate that. So thank you again. Hit us up on YouTube at the TTRP Theater page. This will be there tomorrow, along with a whole lot of other stuff that we've done. And there's a whole lot of new stuff coming as well. The next show that we have going on, I'm doing dramatic marble races tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a little bit of poker tonight because there's a big game that is starting in about 30 minutes. So I might re-stream again tonight just for shits and giggles because I'm going to be up doing this poker tournament anyways. So if you want to come hang out with me, I'll be doing that. Otherwise, I will leave you with these parting words. Does anybody else have any final words to the audience that they're just itching to say? Join our Discord. I did plug it. But Izzy will flip out.
Be kind and wash your hands.
Yes, I'm getting to that. Oh,
TTRPG dinner.
yeah.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Follow us on the YouTubes.
Black Lives Matter.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Wash your hands
Like,
and
comment, and
Like and comment.
Just be a cool person.
we are all in this
Chill
illusion
vibes.
Chill out a
together.
little bit.
Yes.
oh,
Everything will be fine.
go watch
Find my missing
WandaVision.
nipple.
Go watch
Climate
what?
change is
Who knows?
Episode
Look at Harry
full of
Styles' nipple.
Harry Styles is
Good night, sweet dreams, and we love you. Say it.
Good night.
Good night, dreams. We love you.
Please
There
find
we
my
go.
missing nipple.